In fall of 2021, the Drama Club returned to the stage with its production of Robin Hood, as vaccinations against COVID-19 became more widely accessible and the potential for a return to normal stage production seemed likely. However, the Omicron surged in December and January, the arrival of the show, the dance floor, the hospital room, and the kitchen table, and a rather small cast meant that the production of their spring show Monstersongs would have to be fully virtual once again. While a virtual production allows for actors to be a bit more relaxed on memorization and decreases the pressure for a perfect performance, there are many more challenges that come along with such an undertaking. This video intends to look behind the curtain and learn more about what goes into making a virtual show.
I've been describing Monstersongs as like a spin-off of like the Never-Ending Story, where a kid, he's reading a book of some kind, of children's book of stories, and he opens a portal to the monster realm to let all the monsters out to, share their side of the story, share their side of the trauma. So Medusa will sing her song about turning people to stone, but it is twisted in sort of a way that's, I can't let myself get close to love. Don't try to fall in love with me because I'll ruin the relationship, kind of thing. And so that's the whole premise, and each character has a song and everything like that. But it is played at the beginning sort of like this comedy of the mad scientist mother and father we made a monster baby, with the whatever, and it's a really sad show when you actually get to the end of it, but it is portrayed as a comedy, which is a very interesting thing for me to have to do as a director, is trying to, where do I be funny and where do I let my actors just cry on stage, and can I have a safe transition between the two, or is it gonna be harsh? Is it gonna be like a kick in the teeth, and which way do I want it to go? And it's definitely been a process for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What has been other than being on Zoom and I'm presuming doing stuff a lot on your own, those virtual performances, what are some of the bigger differences between preparation for those shows and preparation for these shows?
Timing, because it's harder, I guess. It's hard to say, because both of our virtual shows were spring shows and they weren't for a class. So in the fall we have a class that is every week. There's a 1 weekly class and then one extra rehearsal a week. So we're guaranteed 1 or 2 rehearsals every week. In the spring semesters you don't get that. You just find where you can, but usually there's other events going on and there's other classes, and it is definitely hard to schedule stuff. But being virtual, for this show specifically, I can't speak to directing the last show because I was in it, so I can speak to how hard it was to, you didn't fully need to be memorized, which is great, but because you could take it as many times as you needed to, but it was just Zoom lag. With that one was really hard from an actor perspective. I cannot imagine how hard that was from a director and editing perspective, but for this one specifically, all of our audio is voiceovers. So we had to get into the broadcast studio at a different time and record all that, and then we had to come in here and lip sync to all of it. And people are good at lip syncing, that's fine, but you have to listen to your voice on repeat to rehearse it, and then it's just not. And these aren't the final tracks that we're listening to, so they just don't sound very good right now. Some of them are perfect, but then other ones just, because you have to sync different voices, and it's very difficult to do that with a week turnaround.
So who's conducting?
So what's happening?
Oh my.
You got a question? Yeah, then I just started.
Really?
Is this a video?
Are you conducting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm here for director business.
Okay.
They are going to be.
How do I get in there?
Yes, you are.
That is your closet.
Sorry.
And I'm going to be conducting you through that little window.
Yes, and you have to not make any noise out here, because you can even hear
Could you step into the booth? I want to make sure the mic's at the right height.
And so then we have
That's
Bluetooth
actually pretty good.
earbuds, so we can connect, and it'll be okay.
Do we have another music stand
Another one?
for mine?
No idea.
Because Parker needs that for the phone and. Well, not necessarily. Because I could hold my phone. Because I'm going to have the lyrics on it. That's true.
Yeah, you also need to be quiet with your flip.
I know.
Yeah, I have to say it again, because it was the slightest chair creak goes through the. It's not soundproof this way.
Can you hear that out there?
You're picking it up.
So. we're
I'll
trying.
just.
Yeah.
Could you hear that in there?
No.
Okay, that's good. we have the louder one going first, so that the quieter one is
Okay.
in there. So,
So-
from what I remember, we are trying to get 2 good full run-throughs
Yes.
for you to have. 2
That's-
full audio
that's
clips.
2.
We will record as many times as we need to get you 2 good ones.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what we
okay.
just said.
That's
So-
what happened the first time.
What's the loudest part that you're gonna sing in this song?
It is
All the rest.
every time they say goodbye.
Every time?
Every time. Those are going to be very
It's
loud.
gonna be just about the same every time?
It'll be about the same every time.
Okay.
Until.
So I need to set the gain, so
Okay.
I just want
Yes.
to do the
Every
loudest
time.
part.
Every time. Say goodbye happens. It's a riff, and it's going to be very loud.
Ever since I was young, I've always been trouble. Could take a mountain of a man and reduce him to rubble. Grains of sand in my hand, I'll break you down where you stand. Let's just skip the line and say goodbye. Say goodbye. Goodbye.
Due to its film-like final performance, the production of Monster Songs was broken up into 2 main production periods that took place over 2 weekends. During these 2 periods, cast and crew members were at rehearsal for 8-hour days, recording audio and visuals needed to bring the show to life on screen.
Monster Songs is more of a movie type thing. Originally, it was gonna be more of a movie-esque, where there's like a bunch of different shots, but it's in different locations and stuff like that. But then we migrated over to the idea of just having a slideshow in the background, essentially, which was very hard to work with, and I personally wouldn't have made that decision, but I think it turned out pretty well, given especially the amount of budget that we had.
So Levi's officially an officer on the drama club board.
Yeah, congrats.
Nora and Liam. Sorry, I was reading an email right when you said.
Yeah, because
congrats.
that's yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I thought you were.
so Finley, I'm gonna do multiple different versions of this, but
Yeah.
this is relatively what I have so far.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
Can I ask about the blue? I just want to know.
I'll show you.
Okay, that's yeah.
I think I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna get one first. Just of you, literally opening the book, pause, close the book. That's literally. If we want to do that a couple times to make sure we got a good take, that's fine.
Said it was time to change the course of the fate of he with no remorse, and the rage that flowed was pure and good in her cabin in the wood. The witch.
It looks like you're in an anime. The second one's just like I'm like, what?
I like the first
Alright.
one.
The first one's very good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I think they look pretty
But it's still good to get two, just
Yeah.
in case.
yeah, fine, I'll have it that way.
It's your other toy.
Leah. Thank you.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Oh,
For the boy.
Well,
Yeah.
epic.
awesome, cool.
Awesome.
Great shooting, everyone.
Do you need a
Thank you.
headshot? You need a headshot. I need a
I feel like
headshot.
yeah, sure, why not?
Headshots from everybody!
For future productions, I think it would be fantastic to do more live shows, because these types of shows are great, and it's a lot easier for like production people, directors, actors to kind of be in a more controlled environment and not be live. But I am very much hoping that in the future we are able to do more live performances, because I very much miss them so much. Like, this is fun, but I really want to see more live production done in Eddy Theater, preferably, and just have a chance to like work in a live setting, because yeah, it's nice to work with this stuff, but at the same time, the live aspect is what I miss the most, of just like whatever you do during that moment, you have to like plan out ahead of time. You can't like go back and change things later, because it's all live. It's all like right there, and I miss that so much.
This sentiment was one commonly shared amongst everyone involved in the Monstersongs production. It seemed the lack of memorized lines and melodies just couldn't make up for the excitement and energy brought to a theater by a live audience.
And like, how would people be able to access it?
Yeah, it's streaming April 15th, 16th, and 17th, all day. I think it opens at midnight and closes at midnight. I think that's like what it is. 3 straight days. Not the most ideal days. It's like Passover and Easter, so it's like not fantastic days, but we had to push stuff back because of timing and stuff. But there will be a post on social media, I think, that has a QR code for both the website where you can buy tickets, and I think they're $250 tickets, and it's just to reimburse us for the streaming, so we don't actually make a profit off of it. I think there's a place to donate if people wanted to donate, but we don't make a profit off of that. It's just to pay for the program that we're using, and it's like $250 per computer. So if you gather like 8 people around a computer, it's just one computer. I think you have access to it for 24 hours, but there should be a post on social media that's got a QR code for that website, and then a QR code in the corner for our drama club's website that has all of our events and like all of our officers and contact information and like the logo that we had like competition designed earlier in the year. And then we're gonna be at some point someone's gonna be dropping off posters for us to put up. So we have them like approved and stuff. We just have to like put them places. And again, they have the QR codes in the same spot. The only difference is one of them has my email and one of them does not. So I think one of them has other art on it too, but they both have the QR codes, and you just scan them and go to the website and just buy a ticket and show up. We also have in-person streaming days. So they will be streamed, they won't be like performed live, but at 7 p.m. on all 3 days, we will have it streamed in Eddy Theater. The first night is like a red carpet first night premiere where we're all getting just like black tie dressed up in like, I think we're doing like monochromatic outfits for the characters. It's gonna be really fun. But first night is that like red carpet premiere. Second night is we have like a drama club meeting that's welcoming all of our new officers, or welcoming returning officers to different positions or what have you. And then the last night is regular showing, and then we're all going to have a cast party. So there's like a different thing every night. People are more than welcome to come. Those are open events. You don't have to get dressed up, but like we are gonna get dressed up just to have some fun, like because it's just we're kind of it's a drama club, we gotta be extra, you know.